What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel, online at www.whatsupinsthesky.com. If you're new, hit the subscribe. If you've been with me for a while and you hadn't been on here a while, hit the little bell button. After you subscribe, hit the bell button. That way you'll see when I give you a new video, which has not been a lot lately. I promised you 3 months ago I'd make one right away, and we had some issues here, some health problems with my mom. We'll talk about that on a news. I want to do this one came to me. This is one that I've loved for a while. This is Saw 1077, and what I've done was I've just taken it's like a 42. The whole mosaic's like 42 images, and Keith Laney's got a really good version of it up there on Gigapan. I'm sure Neville does and Neil. But what I've done here with this one, there's 3 artifacts here from Earth. I've basically pasted into this one, and you're going to see, and what I've also done is I've knocked it down to about 6 or 7 pictures just to go over this little area, because if you haven't watched my videos, this is the first time you've caught my channel, first time you've seen any of this stuff, there's about 500 behind me that pretty much the first videos I started doing were what other people would find, and I still do a lot of what other people find, and go over what I see what I see, you see what you see, and usually we can meet in the middle. A lot of the haters have gone away, but if you're here, whatever. You know, if this isn't your thing, you don't want to hang around and watch, that's fine. I'm also getting into making, I've done so many videos, you kind of get tired of not reaching the general public. The only time these stuff reaches the general public is when they're taking something that you joke about, and then they put it on there, and it's run by, run through those UK site, then it ends up all over the news, and it make you look stupid, makes me look stupid, makes everybody who does this look stupid. Some of these hardcore anomalies, back to back, I'm going to start changing up some of the videos. You're still going to get these long videos that I do, but I'm going to start making some more Americanized videos, I guess, or attention span videos for today's people. 2 to 3 minutes of maybe 4 to 10 all struck anomalies with maybe a couple Earth ones put in there too. Mars, Earth, Mars, Earth, just to show people that, say, right here, if you can't tell the difference right now, here's one from Earth. This came from Mesoamerica. This was from Mesoamerica down there. This is also, I think these were Incan. Now, like I said, I got this from Keith Laney. This is Saw 1077, and he had 42 of these images together to make this whole. And see, I made it a little bit small. See, this is how I made it, and it takes up 2-3 gigs. What is this? This is 3 gigs on the drive, and to run that with the Apple and the 4 monitors, and I'm lucky I've got the system I do. I actually need an upgrade, but here I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half of one put in there. 8 pictures, and I'm still pushing that with it because I like to tend to blow it up because it turns out good, even when I bring the resolution up, to where 200, 300 DPI. Where it wouldn't look good on some of you guys' monitors, it looks great on the iPads, the phones, on the regular monitors, just because I'm recording it off of a pretty nice iMac screen. So let me take those ones out. Let's take a look. See how much this stuff looks like it though. Check this piece out here. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to see the face in this. Looks like an old man or something built up. What this area reminds me of is total devastation. Just something that was beautiful at one time, probably within a mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, 4 mile, 5 mile radius, just destroyed. Something, whether it was a bomb, whether it was definitely done at the hands of something huge, and it left this rubble. And we're going to go through some of the rubble like we always have. Like I said, some of my other videos are going to be nice and short. Those are the ones I'm going to really ask you guys to share. Please share those short ones with your friends. They're not going to be me just blabbering on like I am now. So, and it's been a while. I'm excited to start doing some stuff again. So I'm going to do a news, get everybody tied up what's been going on in my life, because I like to do that here. If you've been watching, I obviously been I've been totally open with everybody about my life, about my family, about what's going on. Everybody's it's just amazing the support I have here, and I'm so thankful guys like Chris from Mars Anomalies and guys, everybody from UFA. They've kept going when I wasn't. See, I was one of the first people who came out here and said I was tired of getting on YouTube and not getting, I'd see this awesome thing and then I go to description to try and find where I could find it. I couldn't find it anywhere. I'd have to go search down Hoagland's site or somebody else's, Jeffrey Skipper, who we think he might be gone. His website's been gone for a while, but let's take a look at some of this stuff and check out some of the neat things on here. I'll stop blabbing. Let's start talking about this stuff. So right away, you're going to notice that some of these blocks are look like they're wind carved, very, very smooth, and then you're going to see some that are just very jagged, either water washed down through here afterwards. You're going to notice a lot of shapes that just don't, they seem to be like they were carved at one time. Um, I think Mars happened a lot longer ago than of course, the cataclysms on Earth that destroyed the main civilizations here. I don't subscribe to the, um, you know, 5,000, 7,000, 8,000 year thing here on Earth. To me, some of these older architecture, it screams way back. So, all right. So we've got 8 pictures to look at through here. So I ran this. This is an auto stitch software. It'll be on what'supinthesky.com, as with our great guys that post up the news there. Um, and just links to other gigapans, all the guys who come up, and the gals too. There's guys and gals do this, even though most of my channel is probably, I think, 95% male. All right, so let's get in tight. This is one thing I like to do. I like to bring it up real tight so you can see it. So this resolution you're not going to see when you just go out and get it yourself. I take this from the PDS file and turn it from the actual raw data and not a JPEG file into what you see here. So, all right, so let's get through these little pieces right here first, because this is kind of interesting. You've got all sorts of, long lines coming down through here, and just stacked up. Some would probably, this looks like shale or something like that. If you look at it, and you really, really take a look at it, a lot of these have um, beads and circles and things, decorations, things that you would see down in, Pumapunku, things that you see in Egypt, things that you see in India. There's amazing things coming out of Turkey. There's just stuff all over the world. Even China. There's just so many things that we're just learning about. See this piece right here, how thin it is? Look how thin that is and how bent out and shaped bowed that is. Almost looks like sheet metal to me. I can't say that it's not or it was, because it very well could be. We could be looking at poured blocks, uh, poured concrete. We could be looking at metal. Who knows what we're looking at here? This stuff has been here just rotting away, sitting there forever, and it's been relatively dry. The water that we found has come up from the ground, seeps up when it gets up to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. When it gets up to above freezing. They say it's brine, but we'll go through here. Check things like this out. You've got this little, a little one shape, and then right above it, this shape is on top of it, this but different color rock or different color piece. When you see the symmetry, that's where I really start to say, and not just boxes, because boxes do show up places, in nature. If you go out to if I just go up to the beach here, or go out to a mountain, you'll see a lot of these types of shapes, just perfect boxes and things like that. So we know that that can happen. But when you get a whole bunch of stuff like this together in one area, some of it's wind blown, some of it's not, you really start to have to take a really good look at it. Okay, now let me get over to here where where these pieces were here. And this is kind of interesting how it drips down. The box here, this box right here, and it's got these what seem to be, to me, perfect across pieces. like this was a piece of something at one time. It's buried in a wall or something that was pushed up. Who knows how the architecture actually worked there? Could have been a floor for all we know. You're going to see a lot of that as we start going up to the top. And then what really caught my eye in this, especially when I saw Keith's, the big one, I was like, man, I gotta check this one out, is the marks on some of these right here. Now, like, check this out. This piece here comes down, and this is interesting here just in general, but check this stuff out here. What would have done that if say we're having wind blow down through here? This looks like it's awfully fresh. The Rover wheel didn't go over this, I can tell you that. I know the path that it took through here. It did not go over there. You've also got some of these marks other places. As it comes up here, checked out here, when I talk about like the little beads, hopefully you guys can see these. There's 1, 2, 3, like stuff blew up. And you're seeing pieces, corners of it, and then chopped off parts where you see that it's very smooth and whatever did it, I tell you. Check this little piece out. The boxed out cut here. This comes up, squirrels off. Let's see, there was more of those pieces down here that you could see like the track or the marks through. All right, where was it? Oh, this piece too. I sat and stared at this one for a while too. This has like a, see how it like comes down, like almost like you'd have on a side of a house, like the say if you have it, say you have siding on your house, like the plastic siding, vinyl siding, it would be on the side, that piece, and then you have going off here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and look how this comes down, but these seem to follow a pattern. I just thought that was cool. I thought I'd show that to you guys. Oh, here's the other pieces right here that's got the marks. You can see it's one up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that could have been with when the stuff happened, whatever happened up here, it tore it off. But you only see it there and a couple other places, you know. So you figured if there was a lot of stuff putting these new looking marks in it, there'd be a lot more, but not really. So let me keep going. And I'm in Maryland. I'm on the shore of Maryland. I don't know about you guys. It is, what is it? It's November, I think 15th or 16th today. It is here. Winter is showed up. We don't get anything. We don't even get a fall anymore. It was warm, and then here it comes. So I've got the sniffles. Everybody's got it. But this weekend I said, I got this. They got stuff got together. I want to do another video. I am not waiting another weekend to get one out. So, okay. Now, we switch from perfectly smoothed out, even kind of cut pieces like this would have been somewhere. Maybe even looks kind of flat below it. This here is cut flat. You know, some of this stuff might have just been tipped over. And when I say symmetry, I say something like this piece down here. Hopefully you can see that. You cut this thing in half. And it's even got this dip here that would be symmetrical with it. Down here, just a little bit that's not, but then it's got the two little balls on it, like I said. Again, it's very, very, very similar to earth carvings and the decorations that we make on things. Now, this thing's cool and interesting here. What in the heck? It's almost like a perfect shape. Like you could set it on its side, and it would sit there and I don't know. What do you think? As always, comment down below. Hope you guys, like I said, I miss making the videos. It's something I've always done as an outlet, but I got to where everything's so busy, and I said, like Jimmy, the guy, he does a great job with his videos. They give I felt like I wasn't being missed for a while. I could have taken a break off, deal with the family stuff, and I get back to it. But now that I'm back, I want to do this stuff, hang out with you guys who will sit here and actually watch these things for so long. But I really want to focus on getting this stuff out to the public, because what good is it if nobody hears this? We could sit and find thousands of these things. Almost every picture you can pull up, almost every saw where they sit and took a panorama or they just took pictures randomly has stuff everywhere. Up you look up the hill, you see all sorts of stuff on the mountain. Things that look like buildings, pyramids, domes. I mean, it is so blatant that even my my father who passed away 6 years ago saw the picture of Mount Sharp where you can actually see the water line, the road that looks like it comes down, and he said he said that behind, he said that is buildings up there. He never believed it. He had to see it for himself. He just want to take my my ramblings. You see this? You want to see this? Come on, you see this right here? Check this out. But all right. Pretty cool thing right here. I'm not sure what this was, but there was a whole bunch of little smooth here. Almost like some of this stuff could be engine stuff. I think about that when I look over here back at like something like this. Was this part of an engine that's just been gnarlied up for all that time? So let's take a look up here a little bit. More of what looks melted down. And whatever did happen, it was a hot event. Whatever took Mars out, it got hot. So if it was a nuclear disaster, if it was an asteroid, if it was self-induced somehow, who knows? Uh, and here's another one of those. But when we mention symmetry, here's another one right here. Bam, right smack down through it. At the bottom, it's got that white stuff on it again. Now, okay, here's some cool stuff as well. Now, this stuff to me looks like it might be, um, well, this could be anything, but it's got a really curved shape to it here, and it's got the symmetry in it as well. Check it out. When I say things like that, I say symmetry the whole while. Symmetry, symmetry, symmetry. That is what makes that's to me what says, okay, intelligence. But nature can do it as well. So like I said, I see what I see, you see what you see. Check this out. You've got these awfully strange pieces here. Let's just say this was a top of something. You've got one piece of a rebar, it almost looks like coming down. You see that? One coming down. You can see it's hidden a little bit through here, but it pops right back out here and then stops. Okay? Then the one next to it comes right down there, turns the corner and stops. All right. To me, that's just perfect. Can't see it. I mean, what would make that? It's almost looks like a little ditch or something. You could follow the water line down. Once again, when I talk about the symmetry of things, check this out. These pieces here just running right next to each other. These look like these were lifted up at one time, and this was thinned down. Who knows what this stuff was? And you can see this right here, this piece right here. This is pretty cool. It turns a different color, but if you can see under it, you'll see that. Check it out. There's the shadow right there that shows that this little piece right here is coming off of here. I mean, that could be broken off and turned into a weapon. But you see it under it, and then right here, the piece under it, it's flat. It goes all the way out and around, comes to a point out here, but in the back, it's kind of squared off. I mean, see it there? Squared off, and then it comes up, comes up, comes up, and rolls around there. And once again, when I see these, like something like this screams to me decoration. Or not. Said, here's another piece right down here. Said this one you could go through. This is going to be on the website. I'll leave it in the real high resolution and I drop it down so you could actually pick out some of the ones that are noticeable that I point out. See, I point out a lot during the videos that I really just hone in on the good stuff. If you go to the website whatsupinthesky.com, and while you're there, get on the forum, say hello. Check that out. This little piece right here had a lot of symmetry to me. If you cut this thing right down the middle, it comes in here, comes in here. When I say again, these little ball things, they look like they've been, at one time, they were actually ornate. Like this was part of something important. You don't carve pieces like that. You don't waste, unless like I said, if people look at the pyramids here, if you can't do it easily, or if you can't do it, you take the time to do something. It's done on purpose, It's not just, oh, here, it slapped itself together like that. But this is kind of interesting, that candy cane look. Here you've got different colors once again coming up out of here. And all I've done to this was basically I white balanced this picture. Definitely when it came from, when you get the things from the PDS system, they look a lot more like that deep, I call it the NASA, the orange puke color or whatever the hell they put it as, excuse my language. I know some of you guys have your children with you watching. Hello to you guys. I think you guys know who I'm talking to. More symmetry where the things look on the same on the end. This could be a panel somewhere, could have been a block, could have been anything. All right, now there's a piece down here that was totally changed colors and it looks almost like a skull. Now we got to find that one because it's pretty cool. I don't want to stop this video without showing that one and going over. Oh yeah, this one, this right here is cool too. Check this out. All right, once again, you've got the layered pieces, but right on top of this one, you just got something sitting there. From here, it looks like a chicken bone or something, just chilling. There's your dinner. It's got a little bit of a shadow under it, so you can see it's definitely sitting on top of it, whatever it is. This was just one I saw. I pulled out today. I was like, let's do a video. And I said, I got the 42, 42 of them out, and it was like, oh my goodness. I'd said this would be a 6, 7 hour video, and people already think I talk too much as it is. I know some of you guys like the short ones, some of you guys love the long ones. It's been a while since I've given any love to anybody on here, so once again, I thank you for coming back and watching them and hanging out with me while we're looking for the skull piece. Look at that. This was kind of cool too over here, just in general. More and more of it. And if you get the whole, like I said, if you go check out, I'm gonna have the link to Laney's picture. There's so much more on the other stuff that above this to the side of it. Once again, the symmetry on a block. Where is this thing? Come on, Will. You've seen this thing 100 times. All right, let me pull back a little bit and come that way and find it. Do 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 do. I've been doing. Work's been crazy lately. We've lost some programs. I've had to lace people off, so I've been working doubles, and it's been wild lately. There's been reasons I haven't been making videos like I used to, but like I said, I'm focusing on some good stuff like this so I can send you guys out to find more stuff. Come back with the pictures and send them to me. will@willfarrar.net. You guys can catch me on Facebook, at the website, at the email. Send the pictures back over to me and I'll add them. I'll go find them and add them to it and add them to the website, add them to the article. That's what we need to get a balance of at least, we need to hit people with hundreds of these and these little videos where people's attention spans can hit it. Because I'm probably, how long am I in now? And I know my attention span is probably, I'm 23 minutes in. And some of you guys are probably enjoying yourselves, so some of you guys are probably either left off, and I just watch the people shoot off as it goes through. But I just talk while you guys get a chance to look at this stuff. And some of this stuff you can't get in your resolution. You're never going to get it on your computer. Check that out right there. I always thought that was cool too, coming off there. I noticed that. It's almost like a pipe that comes down off of it. And you can see it's like a bearing in it, which is probably not necessarily a pipe, but something that was used for something. All right, where are you? And I wouldn't make such big a deal out of this if the color wasn't so radically different. Here you've got what I call the squared in pieces. We got bevels. See the bevel on this? It just looks like something that's been beveled off. That's not it down there, even though that wants to look like it. More symmetry where you got this piece here and this piece here, and once again you've got what looks like a pipe or something coming out, and then on this other side you look like you got a pipe or something coming out. Some very interesting pieces along there. It's coming up. I know it is. It's got to be coming up here soon too. Not trying to make anybody sick. Anybody see it? I might still be. I'm probably still pretty far from the other side. I said this was 8 images. Let's show you this right here. There's so many little things that I saw as I was going through and just kind of make sure everything was sharpened up nice. I love this piece right here. Look how it's got the, it looks like one of those triangle UFOs that people always see in the sky. It looks like you could take this, a kite. We got something called the Kite Loft down here at Ocean City, Maryland. They sell nothing but kites. They've got the ones that you can, oh, they're cool, man. They got like the competition ones and all sorts of things. This looks like one of the kites that do all sorts of stuff. Interesting piece there. I do believe it's going to be on this next one coming up. Should have came over here first too and showed you guys the whole thing. Because once again, we're getting into where there's the same type of. I could take those from the other side that look like Earth and bring them back over here that are from Earth and set them right in here, and you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It's amazing. This piece right here, this is cool. This has got a totally different piece of stone in it, and it seems to be worked out, and another one right under it, like it was something carved, a piece of that was something interesting at one time. Oh, I wish I could go back in time and see what happened here and what it looked like. I mean, I sit here on Earth too. We get a glimpse of some of the glory of what's on Earth, but we really don't see, we can't see. I mean, we see some neat stuff. I mean, with the pyramids, imagine if we could go back and see the pyramids with the white limestone on it, shining from miles and miles and miles away. How amazing would that be? All right, we're on the other side of those stones as they came down. Wow, there's still that much more over here. Hanging in with me because you're going to be here for another couple minutes, friends. It's you. You wanted some What's Up in the Sky 37. You clicked on me. Come on, stay with me. Stay with me. All right, let me go back and see how far we got. Okay, we're going to start from this side, coming back now. Let's go up top. This actually blurs up a little bit up here. I couldn't get these up here, weren't that sharp. I think Keith does a better job on his when he did it, and I'm sure that the Neil's and Neville's look good too. But check this out, that piece. You know, look at that. I wonder how that happens. It almost looks like that stuff's been tooled out. But here's more of what looks like the lines. They're not. They're in no. You know, it's not like they're up on something. When you see like a sedimentary rocks, and you see them, you can see the different layers in them. It's the same color. It's the same everything. It just looks to be eroded. I mean, this looks like an old machine that's just eroded down. Look at the like the bearings across that with the piece on top of that. The little ball bearing things, man. They tell me that it's been worked on, and that whatever it was important. And then you just get this stack right here. Check this out, a little stack of junk. You could probably see a whole lot in here. I mean, the shapes, the bevels, and how it breaks through. Look at that, perfect, perfect, perfect square, and like it's broken through like that. There's more of the bevels that I talk about here. They're over here on this one. It's this. It's not as sharp as everything else. He says this one was kind of cool too. I mean, when I stay away from faces when I can, but I saw that piece right in here. It just looked like the side of a face. I was like, oh, look at that. It's a face. Once again, you get some more. I don't even know what to say sometimes. It's like there's just junk everywhere. As old Terry would say, it's Uncle Jake's junkyard, and Uncle Jake's got stuff everywhere on Mars. Let's say this is all 1772. So this was about halfway. We're halfway done the mission now. Well, halfway to where we are right now. This is about halfway through it. And what I like about this, I could get it from the PDS system because unless it's something really, really, really cool on the new images, that's not even worth showing them to you guys because they're just so blurry. They're JPEGs, they give it to us at 70%. 70%. because they want the people who design the rovers and work for JPL, work for NASA to be able to do their science documents and get their science journals in 6 to 7 months. So then we get it 6 to 7 months later, which some of these sols turn out to be, the days turn out to be even longer because they fall into that. And I'm afraid I don't see this piece. Come on, I should have marked it with one of those pieces. But I'm just going to slowly go through it here so you guys can see what else is around. And I'm going to hopefully see it and say, aha, there it is. So if you guys hear me say that, I'll find it. It's just a totally different color. It's almost gold. And it's about the size of what like a little skull of something would be. Come on. Maybe it was halfway through in the middle, towards the middle here. Let's see. This would be towards the middle. I tried to like mark it in my head. But then you say you pull up real close, you see all these things, you're like, oh, wow, there's another thing. That's more symmetrical. That's another piece of junk. I mean, you can sit here and there it is. I found it. See? I just needed to come out and then come back in. Right here. Totally different color, smooth as can be. Comes out, and I don't know about a skull, but it definitely looks like the top of a light post or something. Maybe I'm making too much of it, but it definitely looks like it was work smooth. And then tell me this is so smooth. It almost looks like it was blurred out, but it's not blurred out with like the boxes we would see normally. So that's what tells me whatever this stuff is, some of it was either done during the manufacturing, was done as it sat there. Some of this stuff was somewhere else and took a pretty big trip to get here. Now this thing here does look like it's got some pieces coming off of it. Down here we got some stuff coming off of it. Let me come down to the bottom. Let's just see any of this stuff down here. But as always, I'm going to link this stuff down below. It'll be linked to the website. It'll be linked everywhere. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you guys more of what looks like just machinery and stuff. When I see this stuff, I just see machinery that's been, especially the real grayish stuff. It didn't get hit by like, well, okay, kitty, I'm gonna come out there in a minute. See, here's what looks rust. There's not a lot of that on Mars here. You know, it doesn't have a lot of that rusty color. I don't think that the rain got to this stuff. The water got to this after it, whatever happened, the cataclysm that made it look like this had already happened. So let me put those other ones back there so you can see. Let's join some Earth and Mars, and let's actually, I've got the, let's fill the opacity up. So, you know, if you just told your friends, hey, check that stuff out. And this is cool stuff. Look at that here. This is from Punku. You see this ladder, this piece right down here? Yeah, this stuff used to all match up. I don't think many people would be able to figure out which was which. Now you can see, and like I said, Earth, the stuff from Earth, I think is here much. You know, I don't think this happened at the same time. I think Earth stuff is either, though it's been weathered, it's had some time to go. But even when you look at this compared to like this piece over there, they're not too far off. And let's look at our little guy here again. It does kind of look like a little Mayan type or Indian type head. A lot of stuff to look at. A lot of stuff to look at here, guys and gals. Much love from me. I'm glad I got another video out to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and I will post this on the website for you to get. It'll be linked below. I'm going to go ahead and put out that other video because I want to draw in some of the flat earthers to see this stuff, because when I was on my hiatus, every time I did one time, you watch one of those videos, you get bombarded with it on your screen, and it's like they put you into this box, and all of a sudden I'm getting flat earth stuff from everywhere, and it just drives me nuts. People can believe what they want to believe, but so many people believe that the ISS isn't up there, and this is the longest one I've ever seen. It's an hour-long tutorial, not a tutorial, a tour of it. You can even see where the things dock, the Russian habitats, the American habitats, things like that, the ESA's part, and it's done great. So that'll be one of my next videos, as well as a space news. A lot of stuff coming up for you, and I'm going to start making some more fancier looking videos where we show off some of those really, really good anomalies, especially the ones that we made those videos 6, 7, 8 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, where the actual PDS 100% scientific data wasn't out yet. I'm going to get that changed into what's up in the sky data, put it out there, and that's when I'm going to beg you guys to share it. So much love to you guys. I am back. I promise it will not be another 3 months unless God forbid something happens. Otherwise, I will see you soon. And as always, much love. Oh yeah, I got to do my peace.